Welcome to a Command and Conquer cast between NobleSub in the blue with, I believe, GDI versus Developer with the running construction yard in the yellow. Developer with, I believe it is not slower start because they of course had to run with the construction yard, which NobleSub didn't do. But of course this leads to better economy later on in the game, which is something that NobleSub will struggle with if it actually gets that late game. We could also just see someone die in the first 2 minutes, and then this really would be a waste. Double refinery out already for NobleSub, while there is just one for Developer. Also, I know it's like Devel0per, but I'm going to just call them Developer. Ooh, there it is, Apache, and... okay, Apache does not die yet, but this was actually quite a risky Apache, just because there were already a couple of grenadiers close by. Also, letting it rest at the pad is not exactly great, because, well, whenever you do that, then it can get hit. A lot of more grenadiers coming out, and you need a meat shield now for your Apache. Okay, flamethrower coming in with 2 shots. All of it could die. Okay, nicely crushed with the harvester, and the last grenadier will go down. So the helipad is already damaged quite a lot, but it's not going to matter yet. NobleSub doesn't have any cash in the bank because they spend it on a weapons factory, and of course quite a lot of grenadiers. Developer on this side, they only have like 3 refineries. Yes, that's more than, well, the same as NobleSub now has, and an Apache, but they don't yet have an airstrip, which they might be getting, but I don't know where they're going to place it. And a Humvee Light Scout coming out. Apache isn't exactly great against that. Developer scouting isn't great either, but uh-oh, this is dangerous. GDI doesn't have any anti-air in their standard composition against Nod, which means that this construction yard is now being repaired, but it could go down. Humvee will try to snipe the Apache, but it's not going to be that easy. Developer does take the Apache out of there, but I don't think that has a lot of bullets. It had 1. And over here, uh-oh, silos. We might actually see like a Hand of Nod over here sometime soon, just to get one of those engineers out. And uh-oh, buggies coming in possibly. Second silo, because these grenadiers are pretty much killing the silos faster than they can be built. Though right now Apache will do a good job. Grenadiers distracted, and there indeed we have the Hand of Nod. We'll create 1 engineer, but it should die, honestly. Repairing the Hand of Nod, Grenadier goes down, and now medium tank in the background, able to kill off that Hand of Nod. Silo will also be killed off, and that's the push stopped. There are still quite a lot of, well, a couple of buggies over here that... uh-oh, that's a sold off construction yard. 2,500 in the bank for NobleSub, but they only have 1 weapons factory, and it can go down. It will go down. At least it gets sold off. And the Apache chasing after the engineer, and there it goes. What can NobleSub do? They have 2 tanks and 2 barracks. That's it. Against Apache, great against infantry. Against buggies, great against infantry. So I really don't know what NobleSub wants to do here. Having a push through here, killing the airstrip, would honestly not be bad. Apache does get killed off, and therefore helipad is sawed off. DPS from the Grenadiers is great, but watch out with those explosions. Airstrip does get sawed off, and that means we're on a quite even playing field. Though, Devel0per does still have construction yard, which means that they can get back an airstrip if they really want it. And honestly, that would not be a bad idea. Flamethrowers, of course, really nice against Grenadiers if you can get good shots off. But Grenadiers with the longer range can kill the flamethrowers. So, Devel0per has spent quite a lot of cash off in like the last minute. They had like 2,000 in the bank. Are you getting an airstrip up? Refinery does get killed. And uh-oh, tank can crush your infantry. There is the airstrip, but will it be in time? Hand of Not can of course still get 1 or 2 flamethrowers out, maybe kill all of this. But now only 1 refinery is left. The amount of damage Grenadiers can do is insane. Hand of Not does go down after getting a single flamethrower. And now 4 Grenadiers there, 1 here. These all go down. Now there is 1 tank, which is bad against the turret. And that should mean Devel0per wins it. Correct? More Grenadiers will be streamed in, of course, but now Devel0per has the time to at least get a couple of buggies out. But, well, they only have 1 refinery. They can't exactly get fast Tiberium. Now they do get fast Tiberium because, of course, selling your construction yard gives you like 3,000 or so. Which means that you can get like, I don't know, 8 to 10 buggies out. Which should honestly be enough. Devel0per does have 1 benefit, which is the fact that their refineries, well, their refinery does work relatively efficiently. Do still have 2,000 in the bank. Can now build up a force. Do have multiple harvesters still. I believe they have 3, correct? Yes, seems like it. Versus, well, the 3 refineries with like triple harvester from NobleSub. So NobleSub's economy is better, but it's not that much better. Because as soon as 1 harvester is unloaded, the other one can go in. So it's not as bad as it may seem. And oh, artillery. Artillery, in my eyes, is relatively risky. Because sometimes it does a lot, sometimes it does very little. The explosions don't seem to do a like standard amount of damage. Triple artillery, 4 artillery, tetra artillery. I'm not sure if that was intentional. Could be a good defense, honestly. Just because, well, long range. Quite a good choke point over here, for instance. But, I don't know. Grenadiers and minigunners moving in. Artillery does 1 boom, but not 2 booms. Kills a couple of infantry units. Not that much, honestly. Now, 1 refinery, 1 airstrip, 1 power plant left. Artillery moving forward. Does get a shot off, 2 shots off, 3 shots off. 4 shots off and does kill everything here. Over on this side, artillery, if you can just get a good shot in here, all of them die. And right now, there goes the buggies. Buggies, of course, so much faster that they leave the infantry in the dust. Might be able to get this refinery down actually. Maybe like reposition to over here. Get sold off. Now moving through. Killing the power plant could get them into low power state, maybe. Don't think so, because they have 2 over here. And there goes power plant now running through again. Sitting over there. And over on this side, well, moving in with the infantry. Artillery does get a couple of decent shots off. But I doubt it actually is worth it to go for artillery. 2 artillery pieces over there. A lot of infantry over there. push on this side has been stopped, could still go into low power. But if that airstrip goes down against these units, then developer still loses it. Honestly. Or even just power plant. Low power state could be devastating. Now, the problem. It's a pause game, which means that there is no obvious winner or loser, but I'm pretty sure NobleSub is going to win this. Still has 2 refineries, double barracks, quite a couple of units on the field, and should be able to push into this airstrip. So because of that, NobleSub will be my victor. So, well, I'm glad you made it this far into the video. Consider watching the video in your lower left, but that's all I'm going to have for you today, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.